Disclaimer: this channel does not claim to be 100% accurate. All videos are created for entertainment purposes only. Why are Ukrainians so tough? Do you think it's just because of war or cold winters? What if I told you the real reason has nothing to do with either? Laughing at disaster? Surviving the absurd? Turning tech into a weapon? Ukraine today. Cities flattened, families in shelters, electricity out for days, shops empty, streets scarred with rubble. Hunger gnaws, fear lingers, and yet Ukrainians keep going. They cook, laugh, make memes, and rebuild under fire. This toughness isn't new. Centuries of invasions, famine, and oppression hardened them. Every blackout, every missile strike, every absurd challenge adds another layer of resilience. For Ukrainians, suffering is normal. Complaining is optional. Where others panic over a 10-minute outage, Ukrainians rebuild during shelling and still argue about Vareniki. They survive missile strikes, freezing winters, and absurd bureaucracy, and still post TikToks. Being tough here isn't personality, it's survival. Like walking 10 kilometers in sandals in minus 20 degrees Celsius outside while hauling water and arriving with a smile. Village kids hauled water, chopped wood, and cared for animals before they were ready. Childhood ended early because survival required every hand. City kids didn't have it easier. Heating cut out in winter, food shortages meant queues. Homework was done by candlelight. Even reaching school could mean standing for hours in the freezing wind, waiting for a bus that never came. Village life built muscle, city life built endurance. Different paths, same result: resilience. Every comfort was earned, every joy fought for. That's why Ukrainians carry unshakable strength today, because survival was daily life, not theory. You know what really builds mental resilience? Jokes. Dark jokes. Ukrainians didn't just survive history, they learned to laugh at it. War, famine, bureaucracy, politicians, nothing is off limits. Dark humor here isn't cruelty, it's survival. When life gives absurdity, laughter is the medicine. The darker the reality, the sharper the punchline. When the lights go out, Ukrainians make memes about candlelit gourmet dinners. When buses break down, they joke that even vehicles need smoke breaks. If disaster had a fan club, Ukrainians would design the posters and sell tickets. It's emotional armor. Yes, this is unfair. But if we can laugh, it hasn't broken us. Dark humor is weightlifting for the soul. Ukraine didn't survive one bad decade. It survived centuries. Mongols, Ottomans, Germans, Soviets, all left destruction. Famine, oppression, war, plague, and Ukrainians rebuilt. For 70 years under Soviet rule, they trained in the school of emotional suppression. Gray buildings, ration cards, snitches everywhere. Want bread? Hours in line. Toilet paper? 6 hours waiting. And maybe still none. Patience was survival. Carrying 20 liters of milk uphill in 15°C, dodging snitches, turning cabbage and lard into 15 different meals. Other nations had gyms. Ukrainians had queues and ration cards. Fast forward. War, poverty, blackouts, shelling, and still, people rebuild, laugh, and live. Ukrainians aren't just tough. They're trauma-trained, emotionally invincible, masters of improvisation. If resilience were an Olympic sport, Ukrainians would sweep gold, silver, and bronze and rebuild the podium. Every hardship was training. Today's blackout? Just another exercise. Missiles falling? Tuesday. Centuries of chaos didn't just harden Ukrainians. They forged them. They laugh at missiles, joke about ration lines, and still throw feasts. Survivors? Yes. But also emotional ninjas and chaos-proof humans. In Ukraine, bureaucracy is a maze, bribery routine, and shady deals common. Hospitals, schools, roads, nothing is fully safe from corruption, and yet Ukrainians refuse to be defeated. Over the past 30 years, they've turned civil disobedience into an extreme sport. Twice, ordinary people marched into history. In 2004, the Orange Revolution overturned a fraudulent election. millions formed human chains across Kyiv, waving orange flags and drinking hot tea until justice prevailed. In 2013-2014, the Revolution of Dignity erupted when the government canceled an EU deal. Protesters filled Kyiv's main square, building tents and resisting police crackdowns until President Yanukovych fled to Russia. It proved persistence could topple entrenched rulers. But while Ukrainians defended dignity, Russia seized Crimea and stoked war in Donbass. Instead of breaking, Ukrainians realized democracy also meant defending their land. Courage, unity, and resilience became their weapons. Despite invasion, annexation, and endless challenges, Ukrainians keep proving that ordinary people can stand up to abuse and inspire the world to take notes. 2022 showed what Ukrainians are really made of: grit, creativity, and improvisation. People live through sirens, blackouts, and destroyed homes, yet still defend their communities, rescue pets, cook borscht, and yes, film TikToks. Here's the twist. Ukrainians aren't just tough, they're tech-powered. Government services and banking are fully digital, available from a bomb shelter. Survival runs on phones as much as on firewood. Engineers and students reinvent tools on the fly. Drones modified for supply runs. 3D printed spare parts. Apps to coordinate aid faster than any army chain. Cyber teams protect infrastructure, while remote work keeps businesses and hospitals running. Being tough doesn't mean being cold. Ukrainians are warm, sarcastic, generous, and unbreakable. They rebuild under fire, study at night, joke online, and share with strangers. They aren't heroes by choice. History demanded it. And still, they smile. All that chaos was training. Today, Ukrainians are battle-tested like no one else. They've turned resilience into an art. So, what do you think? Do Ukrainians have the toughest survival skills in the world? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell. The more support we get, the more stories like this we'll share, with humor, history, and fresh perspectives. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.